Oh, you're on the air.
How you doing? It's Mike Miller. How are you?
Very good, Mike Miller. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So I'm just touching base. What's going on?
Well, it's been a good week. It's been a quiet week around Woodhaven, which is good. Quiet is always good.
Well, you had a nice article in the Chronicle. That was pretty good about Woodhaven.
Yeah, I guess it's their 31st anniversary. So
right.
we got a little bit of
about Woodhaven, the history, and the people that lived there and all.
Last week we had our meeting, and I have to thank you and let everyone know here. Mike was very generous on two aspects, and people were talking about this afterwards. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when people are talking about you.
Okay.
They were first of all very generous for buying everyone pizza. That was very nice. But second of all, what people were really impressed with was, I mean, you hung out the whole meeting. You were there. It was a 2-hour meeting. It actually went long, and we had to kind of shut people up at the end because we had to get out of the room. But you were there from start to finish, and that opened a lot of eyes and impressed a lot of people. So thank you very much for that.
As long as I can stay, as long as I'm not having
Sure.
I have to run out somewhere else, I stay at meetings.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting one. We had a lot of new faces and people, getting a chance to talk about things.
Time in Albany this week, and it was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah. What did you think? Did they have an office for you up there and everything? You got
yeah, actually they had a nice office. It's just a temporary office. I'm not going to get to keep it, but it was a nice office, and we worked on approved 2 bills while we were up there, which I thought was pretty good. That was my first 2 bills, and first one was to extend COBRA up to 36 months.
Excellent,
so,
very good.
Yeah, anybody who is out of a job can still get COBRA. Currently, it's 18 months, and we approved to extend it to 36 months, and I believe it came from the Senate, so both sides approved it, and it's on its way to the governor. And then also we approved a bill to, when somebody's convicted of a felony, A1 felony, and they're out on parole and they commit another crime, currently, their sentences run concurrently, which is at the same time. So if, they're out on parole and they go back to jail, if they get convicted of another crime, while they're out and they're sent back to jail, they serve them at the same time. And we changed it so that now they have to serve them consecutively. So as the one finishes, they're going to start the next one. So that was pretty good as well. So, but one thing I wanted to mention to people is, the HEAP program, HEA, Heating Assistance Program, and it assists low-income households in meeting their immediate energy needs. It's actually a federal program, and it's run through the New York City Department for the Aging. So if people, there are certain income requirements, but if people need help in heating their apartment or their homes, there's a program out there if they need to take advantage of it, and they can get information in 2 ways. One is just by calling 311 and asking for, a HEAP application. You have to fill out an application and submit it. Or if you go online, it's nyc.gov/aging, and that'll bring up the application as well. So, wintertime coming, that's a very important program for some of us who, who barely make it. This
sure.
Be able to help them. So,
excellent. That's great stuff.
Yeah. And my office is going to be working on a VIN etching program that we're going to run out of the 102nd Precinct. We're trying to figure out a location to have it. And once we finalize things, we'll let you guys know all about it. I have a question for you, though. What are you going to do next Friday night?
Yeah, tough one. I guess I'm going to have to just I don't have a show scheduled for next Friday right now, so I guess I'm just going to have to skip it to go to the dinner dance. And I had actually toyed with the idea of maybe trying to do the show live from the dinner. That's too much. I want to just go and enjoy myself and have a good time and go and I got to give a speech. It sounds like we're going to have a bit more than 100 people there. So
nice. And where is it going to be held?
That's at Villa Russo on over in Richmond Hill.
And what time does it start?
7:30.
Okay.
I got a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
When you did the inauguration, By the way, in the chat room, Vance Barber asked me to remind you, if you didn't know already, that you're definitely invited.
Oh, I know that. I'll be there. Yeah.
Okay. When you did the inauguration at the school, how does that work with getting access into a school for an event? Is that something that you would actually rent from the school?
Well,
or?
Yeah, actually, you had to pay for the staff that was there, the custodial staff and security, if there was security. But we had our own people from the civilian patrol that was taking care of that.
Uh-huh.
And so you did have to pay for it. I was trying to find a location. You see, when I go somewhere, the important thing for me is parking.
Uh-huh.
I need to drive up, park, and be able to get out and and go in.
Right.
And I've gone to a couple of them, and you had to park a few blocks away and walk down. So that was the main thing. Finding a school in my district was another one. But PEG works there, so it was a little bit easier for me to gain access to the school. I was friends with the principal, Joe Miller, so it was a little easier. But the place had parking, and for me that was very important. The people were able to park.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, you had to actually rent the school for the time that you were there.
All right, actually, because we're the Block Association, we're talking in the next year of looking to hold at least a dance or two for the community. One of the ideas we talked about is having like a 50s sock hop, and just invite the community. We're trying to engage the community and bring them out.
Sure.
And we want to look at one of the local schools, whether it be PS 60 or St. Thomas or 97, and see if we can rent that out. And I just was curious how that worked.
Yeah, well, for something like that, you would want a place that has a stage for the band or DJ or whatever, and then a big enough area like an auditorium or something to be able to dance in and stuff. So
right.
Yeah. So, but
Excellent.
Yeah, that's how you have to go about doing it.
All right.
All right.
All right, Mike. Well, thank you for calling in. Always a pleasure to hear from you.
I just want to remind people, on December 5th, I have the party for
your party,
Forest Park Action Club. And,
can I just say something here? We got on December 5th in Woodhaven, we have the annual Christmas parade, and then after this at 5:30, Mike's throwing a Christmas party for the Forest Park Action Group. That's at the Volunteer Ambulance Corps, 7815 Jamaica Avenue, and this is I'm going to try to say this right. This is for adults. Developmentally challenged.
Yeah, it's for adults with developmental disabilities. It's, Independent Residences runs a few group homes in our area, in Richmond Hill and Woodhaven and Ozone Park. They have a couple of homes. And we have a club, a Kiwanis Club, for the people at Independent Residences. And what it does is it gives them a sense of community, to get together and do different things. A lot of things that they do, like they raise money. We'll have a bake sale. They'll raise money, and then what they do is they'll turn around and now at Thanksgiving time they'll purchase turkeys and give them to needy families, or they'll go to a homeless shelter or something like that, to give back to the community, and which is what we want to get everyone to do. But this group actually goes out and does that. They do a lot of things. They do cleanups in the park. I mean, they do a whole bunch of stuff that we want to encourage everybody to do.
Sure.
But so we're having a party for them, Christmas party. It's a holiday party, and it's actually going to start 5 o'clock on the 5th at the Ambulance Corps, and we'll have food, and everyone's welcome. If people want to stop in, it'll be a good way to get to know the people from IRI, but also a lot of us will all be there. So
excellent. That's great.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that.
All right. Well, I thank you for your help.
Thank you for your time, Mike, and I'll see you next Friday night.
Take care. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Mike Miller, our new Assemblyman.